My nephews stole my rarest Pokemon cards and sold them at school. Now, they need to pay the consequences. Recently, I finished my collection of every Prime Pokemon card and have been working on my illustration rate collection from SV-based Surging Sparks. Both collections have sat in binders in the corner of my room, untouched for a month or so. 2 nights ago, I decided to admire my Prime collection that I worked hard going through eBay auctions and going to multiple card shops trying to collect every card. Upon opening the binder, I noticed the centerpiece, Meganium Prime, was missing. I panicked, wondering if it fell or if it slid behind one of my other cards, but it was gone. Decided to look through my other binders I had stacked, and of course my Ceruledge IR, Tapu Bulu IR, and Eevee IR promo were missing as well. Checked my wife's binder to see if she had cards missing, and of course some of her Raikus that she's been collecting have been taken, specifically her amazing rare Raikou that started her collection. We were heartbroken, but then it dawned on us that my 11-year-old nephew has been secretly coming downstairs in our living space when we leave to go to work. We caught him once because he thought we weren't home, but my wife was there. After telling his mother the situation, what exactly was missing and how much the cards were worth, she told me he had admitted to them being taken and that he had a handful of cards at school in his desk that belonged to me. I wish the story ended with him returning from school with all the cards he had stolen from us, but unfortunately, my sister returned home with a stack of cards found in their desk, and not a single one of them belonged to me, just a bunch of common and uncommon cards worth about $2. It hurts to know that these cards I spent my money, pulled with friends, and had watched on auctions for days, be traded away, gone forever. Update. I texted my sister on my way home from work to sit down with her and my nephew. I get home and see my one nephew and my other nephew sitting down at the kitchen counter with their heads down. I didn't know this before my initial post, but according to their mom, they were accomplices in this heist. I started by saying that I was really disappointed with the actions that they chose and that my trust with them has been shattered but not destroyed. I told them that the cards their mom had brought home were not mine and asked what happened to the stolen ones. At first the response was, I don't know, or I can't remember, but that's where mom stepped in, and they eventually said that the cards were somewhere upstairs in their room. I asked that if they had 5 minutes to go upstairs and collect them, that they will bring them down with them, and they responded yes. My 2 nephews and I went up to their room as I watched them rummage through boxes, pull things out from under their beds, shuffle through drawers, the whole 9 yards. During this, I was telling them how I have to work to get the things I want, whether it be a need like food, gas, or rent, or something I want, such as Pokemon cards, a new game, something that just brings me joy to have, and how much it would hurt if they worked hard for something they wanted and worked hard for just to be stolen from them. I also asked how many cards they'd taken, and they said at least 10, 5 more than we knew about. After about 10 minutes of this, I went back downstairs and talked with my sister, and it both came to agreement that they aren't upstairs, and what most likely happened is that they took them to school and traded them. I went back up, asked if they found anything, and brought them back downstairs empty-handed. This is where mom turned on the pressure. You lied saying the stack you gave me at school were your uncle's. You go upstairs saying they are in your room, but I don't believe you would just forget where they are in your room if you know you're not supposed to have them anyways. So where are they? I looked at both my nephews and said, it's only going to make your mom more upset if you're lying. The best thing you can do in this scenario is be honest, because you're already in trouble. Your mom's already going to punish you somehow, but telling the truth only makes things less worse for yourself. Summer vacation is on Friday, and I know not having your games or your phone or having any sort of fun the entire summer is going to be brutal. Then the truth came out. As expected, they had taken them to school and traded them or sold them to classmates. My sister got a few names from them for when they go to school tomorrow to try and get what's missing back. Their mom asked them to apologize to me and my wife, but I asked if they could write the apology along with why stealing is wrong and why they won't do it again and read them to me. I heard their apologies and explained how their parents are going to have to replace the cards they had taken and go through the trouble of trying to get back what they did take from their classmates, explaining further that they are going to have to work to be able to make that up for their parents but also take responsibility for their actions. I accepted their apology and let them head up to bed. I love my nieces and nephews and always will. They did a bad thing, but like, who didn't when they were younger? Yes, this all happened because my precious pieces of cardboard were stolen, but that doesn't matter as much as teaching my nephews morals and that their actions have consequences and a life lesson. I'm sure in a few years they will look back on this and hopefully make a better choice than the one they chose. My sister has agreed to pay for the cards after we see what happens at the school tomorrow.